By Mr. Marquez.
We're so formal.
We are. Round one of this 10-round fight. Great test for Devin Haney. And a chore for Mason Menard.
This is a huge, like I said, step up for Devin Haney. I don't think he's ever fought anybody like this, especially that when he hits Mason Menard's gonna hit back. It's not gonna be like the other opponents.
Amateur experience. Haney won the junior national title, I think 7 times. He won the 7th time when he was only 6, so I don't know how that worked. But anyway, Menard also an excellent amateur, fought in the 08 trials, Olympic trials. And pro experience, you see obviously Menard with a lot more rounds, a lot more bouts. And Haney only turning pro a couple of years ago.
Menard, the definitive small-town guy from Rain, Louisiana. Nice double jab by Haney. Snapped the head of Menard back.
Yeah, nice, sharp, fast jab by Haney. He's got the speed.
He's got all the goods.
Yes.
And everybody you talk to who has seen him in the gym says the guy is special. And in the first minute of this fight, I haven't seen anything to tell me he's not.
Well, I was talking to BJ Flores earlier tonight, the cruiserweight contender, and he knows Haney very well. And he said the kid works as hard as anybody and is as skilled as anybody. That's coming from BJ Flores. Now, who does that sound like? Sounds like Floyd Mayweather, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's a little early for that comparison, obviously, but not in Haney's mind.
Menard did get there with a left hand. It's been all Haney other than that left hand, though, here in this first round. Long jab from Haney. Very quick jab. Side-to-side movement.
A little bit too fast for Mason Menard so far.
Haney told us he thinks Menard will just look to load up on one shot. He does have one punch knockdown ability. He took a left hand from Haney right there.
Yeah, that's the second time that Haney has landed a lead left hook and rocked Menard with it.
Mason Menard a little bit he's too slow on his feet. He's got to be a little bit more faster with his footwork. He's got to get there fast and put some fear in this young kid.
He's only been able to get off once here in this first round. Haney staying at long range, peppering him with the jab. Nice combination from
Beautiful.
Haney. Really quick left hand.
A reminder, Menard off a long layoff and shoulder surgery.
Again, a nice combination from Haney, and he's out of there before Menard can counter.
What a beautiful jab. I mean, for Haney, this is like a systematic process, you know. Good jab, good defense. He's got to be consistent every round. Keeps doing this, he's going to win the fight. Easy.
Going to dominate the fight if he does.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no pot shots.
No.
Yeah, and Mason Menard can't find a solution what to do with the speed. So far, it's the speed factor. And I did tell him in the fighter meetings, you know, you really don't know how good a fighter is and how much speed he's got until you get inside the ring. Because I've had that experience, and that's what's happening right now so far.
Well, the 19-year-old schooled the older fighter in that first round.
13 jabs connected for Haney in round 1.
Walked right into an uppercut.
Well, Menard's going to have to, it's pretty clear that Menard's going to have to take a lot of punches to get close enough to land one.
Yeah.
Will he land one, and will there be any effect if he does? That's a lot. It's a lot to ask.
Menard is too stationary. He's not giving any feints, any head movement.
A little short with that hook.
You know, when you have athleticism like Haney, wow.
That just was a little short, that right hand. That could have ended things.
But when you have athleticism like him and quick feet and balance, that's a very tough combination to overcome for his opponents. Seems to always be on balance to me.
Yes, very quick.
I love his focus. Look at his eyes. Talking about Haney. I mean, for a young kid, all this pressure, 19 years old. That's good with him so far. I'm impressed.
Very good movement.
Look at it.
Nice combination, 3-punch. The jab is a strong jab, too. It's not just a show-me jab.
And Haney's been very, very smart in jabbing, moving his feet after every single jab. Mostly to his left, mostly lateral movement. It's hard to counter that if the guy's going to jab and move. Now, he can't follow with power shots as easily if he's moving away, but he's still scoring shots. And one thing I don't like, I talked to his dad about this earlier tonight, he boxes with his mouth open.
He does. Good right hand again. Didn't really set down on that right hand and still jarred Menard.
I think Haney's doing a little bit too much movement. If he would just sit down a little bit here and there with them sharp counters, he'll be more effective and do more damage. Because he's catching Mason Menard all the time with any counter. Look at that.
Well, he said he was going to do that. Show him the jab early, be quick, give him a lot of movement. He's done just that. He's hitting and he's not being hit. And the last time I looked, that was the name of the game in this sport.
Yep.
Nice combination again.
10 seconds, just for the bell. Just for the bell.
Round 3 of a fight that has been absolutely dominated thus far by Devin Haney.
See Bill Haney, his dad in his corner. Bill Haney's helped teach his kid how to fight, but also doing a lot of other teaching because the kid was homeschooled.
That's right. Very bright kid, very nice kid.
Yeah. And respectful of the past. You know, in the feature we ran a couple of fights ago, he mentioned Charlie Burley. The fact that he even knows who Charlie Burley is has won me over. Because Charlie Burley, one of the great fighters in history who never fought for a world title. He's learning from all these guys. And he's very proud of the fact that he says, I don't really have a style. I borrow a little bit from this guy, a little bit of that guy.
And even when it has to do with trainers, if you saw in the corner, how they switch.
Yeah.
Whoever's going to go up there. I know one of the guys in there's Mike McCallum, the body snatcher.
Yeah.
Obviously, he has him there against the body shots. But so far, Haney, I mean, he's doing an excellent job of staying off the ropes. He's got really good footwork. Excellent boxing IQ.
I'd be interested to know what he, between rounds there, he leaned over, whispered in his dad's ear, and his dad kind of agreed with him and said, you'll get him later, you'll get him later.
I think what I heard was he told his dad he really can't hit. His dad said, you're doing great, you're doing beautifully, but try to get him out of them in the later rounds. He wants a knockout. He said the whole world's watching.
Right.
Let him watch it, and you take care of business in the later rounds.
You know, he told us winning wasn't good enough. This is a kid who's 19, making his move up, and he's talking about fighting for a world title in his next fight.
Yeah.
It's a little ambitious. I don't care how good he looks tonight.
I agree, a little bit of an ambitious move, you know, but that's good for his confidence.
Well, based on these first 2.5 rounds, I got to say, we talked about the fact that he bite off more than he could chew. I'd say he's chewing it.
Yeah.
Now, Menard really doesn't have a choice but to keep attacking, which means he's going to put himself in range as he gets hit by a right hand there.
He's got no choice, Menard. I mean, I think Haney is breaking him down physically and mentally with that sharp counter punch and throwing lots of punches. And you see that makes a guy like Mason Menard more hesitant.
Yeah.
Every time Haney does that, lands with counter punches, fast, explosive, makes Mason Menard more hesitant. He's scared to throw because he's going to get hit.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening.
Menard, I don't believe he's had a meaningful punch in this fight.
No, he just landed a left hook to the body. It's the first punch I've seen that he could score. Look at him. He can't land a shot. I mean, right now, Devin Haney is making Mason Menard look very slow.
Yeah.
And ponderous.
Nice left hand there. He turned that left hand well.
I keep saying this, Menard just keep prodding like he's too slow on his feet, like he's stuck in mud. That body language from Mason Menard, you know, saying that he's fast, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to do something. You got to figure it out.
Well, Nathan Pipitone in the corner telling him, you got to put your head in his chest. But what kind of price do you pay?
Well, yeah.
Even trying to do that.
He's not standing there long enough so you could do that.
And we're only in round, what is this, 4? Right?
Yeah.
I want to see if what Raul said earlier comes true, which is, will Haney stand and fight more in the pocket after he thinks, at least, that he's worn Menard down?
I bet he does.
That'll be interesting to see.
Because I think he wants the knockout. Nice combination. combination, and then Menard misses with the left hand. So 2-punch combination, and then Haney was out of there.
As Larry Holmes so eloquently put it years ago, you make your opponent drunk before you mug him.
That's right.
And that's what Haney's trying to do right now.
That's right.
Watch the elbow. Watch that elbow.
I mean, if you walked in here and you saw this kid fight, would you say he's 19 years old?
No.
Absolutely not.
He's got the face of a 15-year-old.
Yeah, he does.
Baby face, he's young. But the kid could fight, I think. He's paid off sparring with all them top guys. Jesse Vargas, Sean Porter. A lot of experience you gain from sparring guys like that.
Well, Menard landed one power shot and seems to be invigorated.
He's not cutting off the ring, but no, he's following him straight forward. Running right into his shots. Menard needs to forget about the headshots. He needs to, I'm gonna call it, you know, I call it the Georgia Benton, the late Georgia Benton. Just hit him anywhere. Hit him on the shoulders, hit him on the body, hit him on the chest. Aim for the chest. Not gonna get him in the face right now. Might not even hit him in the face at all.
No.
Yeah, Menard's busier, and even if he's not landing, he's stopping Haney from landing as much, especially with the jab, which is a step in the right direction. If Menard can stay mentally in the fight and not get discouraged, he has to take the attitude of a veteran, which is the second half of the fight is mine. I'm the veteran. I've been longer.
He's got to have that attitude and not get discouraged, not get frustrated. A style like this will get you frustrated. He's got to keep working. He's got to keep tagging him. He's got to keep on him, keep pressing him. Don't let him think.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. Let's put it down.
I want to see more body shots by Mason.
Round 5 of this 10-round fight.
Through 4 rounds, Haney 39 connects with jabs, Menard 4.
That tells you the story of the fight. Thought Menard got a little closer to him in the last round, but still wasn't able to do any damage.
Mason's got to go in with a little fast touching jab. Touching jab to get him inside. Then you go to work in the inside.
By Haney now, combination. The knee buckled. And Menard.
What's that counter uppercut? Counter uppercut by Haney. It's coming. There he goes.
There it is. And the left hand behind it.
Well, smelled that one.
Yeah, he knows how to follow up. He's baiting him in. He's baiting him in.
Well, that's the thing. He's a very savvy fighter for a kid. Wild left hand. One of the few wild punches he's thrown in this fight.
Nathan Pipitone told Menard, he's moving into your right hand. Throw that right hand, the same punch that knocked Beauty Bernardo out.
Punch behind the head.
Trouble is, Haney's moving left and right,
Yeah,
backward and forward, mostly laterally.
Feinted to the body, then came up with the left hand to the head and the right hand behind it.
Punch out, punch out, punch out. Please punch it.
He just really fights like a much more mature fighter than a guy who's 19 years old. Good body shot with the left hand there. Another one missed the right hand over the top.
I think Mason's trying to get confused and discouraged, frustrated.
Look at that jab. I mean, off balance, then he comes to the right hand, then he ducks underneath. Gets a rise out of the crowd here.
Yeah, there's some Floyd Mayweather in him, and there's some Roy Jones in him in terms of style.
Maybe those are those pot shots he was talking about.
I think so.
Man, 10 seconds. Let's get it back.
Let's see if Haney doesn't get on the gas a little bit here and try to close the deal.
Well, this is the second half of the fight. This is where Menard needs to make some changes. He's got to adapt more and take over. Try to bum rush him. Throw more punches. So far, nothing is working. It's the speed factor. You just can't deal with it.
Yeah,
He's frustrated now.
Yeah,
Frustrated.
Menard has not been able to make it a physical fight, which is really his only chance.
Officer, stop, officer.
I mean, Haney doesn't even get in positions so where he could get, Menard could get rough with him and force him and push him and manhandle him.
His lateral movement is excellent, going both ways.
Menard is the full-grown man in there. Haney's he's a teenager.
Yeah.
A young man that still hasn't developed into a full-grown man.
He was waiting for that counter uppercut and just missed it.
He's trying this move again where he sways to the left, sways to the right, and then pops that right hand.
Yeah. The lead left
I think
hook that time.
He's having fun in there. I think he's experimenting.
Yeah.
Not everything he's trying is working, but a lot of it is. I just wish he closes his mouth. If he gets hit on the chin someday, you know what's going to happen.
Missed with that left hand.
Now, what the second half of this fight's all about for me and watching Haney, who's in total control. Does he slow down? Does his technique suffer at all?
Doesn't look like it so far.
No, so far. Not round 6.
Yeah, it looks like round number 1 still to be.
Good right hand. Force Menard into the ropes.
See, now he's sitting down. He's sitting down more in his shots now. He's not doing as much.
Again. Menard on his bike now. Double left hand for Menard.
Yeah, a sign that the end could be coming would be if Menard starts backing up consistently. Now he's back on the attack. Ineffectively, however.
Tune into Showtime May 25th for a very special premiere. This, of course, is Mental Health Awareness Week, and what a better spokesman. There couldn't be a better spokesman. Our friend, a guy that we really care about a lot here at Showtime, Mauro Ranallo. Nobody better.
Oh, nobody better. And the fact that he's willing to share his illness with the world shows you he gets the big picture.
What a guy.
Well, is this Groundhog's Day, or can Menard do something different?
I don't see it happening.
No, I think we're 4 more weeks of winter.
At the start, I talked about the fact that Haney picks his shots. He's more of a boxer than pure puncher. In fact, the only thing missing right now from this performance, which has been pretty eye-opening, would be some kind of finish.
Right.
I think he'd like that.
Be nice.
Just missed with that right hand.
But even up until now, if he doesn't knock him out, I mean, he's put on a great performance. He's dominating.
Absolutely.
The the end of the last round, Haney landed a nice left hook to the body. That's one thing we've seen very little of, and might be why Menard is still here. Very little body punching. Now, of course, he's been controlling the fight on the outside. It's not that easy to land big body shots consistently from the outside, but that's something that we have not seen a lot of. And I'm trying to be critical. There's just not a lot to be critical of.
Not. No, absolutely not. And this is, remember, this is by far his toughest opponent.
Oh, by a mile.
Yes.
And he was on the gas literally right at the opening bell. I mean, he never allowed Menard in this fight, not for an instant.
And Menard's really not mixing his approach up much because he can't. He's not quicker. He's not faster.
There was a left hand from Menard.
That was some Rojo move by Haney. Gas tank is still full. Haney's gas tank looks full to me.
Yeah, he didn't do a lot in this round, but he doesn't have to. So this is round 8 of this 10-round fight, a fight that has been dominated right from the opening bell by 19-year-old Devin Haney, trying to make it 19 wins in a row as a professional.
Because what we're not seeing in this fight is Haney having to overcome any adversity.
No,
now,
no.
It was interesting when we asked him yesterday, do you look forward to the time when you will have to overcome adversity because every great fighter does that? He said, hell no.
No, yes.
I don't want to have to overcome adversity. I hope I'm 50 and people are still questioning whether I can overcome adversity. That's probably the smartest attitude to take.
And so far in this fight, nothing.
No adversity.
Nothing. I expected it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I thought Menard at least would be able to hit him, at least once.
Yeah, I think Mason, he's done. It's just more of a look. You know what? I'm going to go distance. I'm not going to get knocked out. He said he didn't really hit hard in the corner. He kept saying again, I'm trying, but he's too fast. I think he's mentally broke down. He's going to be satisfied with just, look, I'm going to go 3 more rounds and just end the fight, not get knocked out.
Took a shot right there. Right hand, looping right hand.
Among the other things Haney might be accomplishing tonight, he's never been past 8. Menard's been 12.
The left hand.
Well, what do you think about the idea that Haney's 19, he doesn't have his man strength yet? Is there something to that saying?
I think so. I mean, that was one of the factors why I thought Mason Menard would do something, because he's a full-grown man. And if you look at Haney, he's still developing. He's a teenager. So, look what he's doing now in this fight. Can you imagine when he turns 20, 21, 22, and he's really developing into a real man and gets that man strength? The sky's the limit, I think. I mean, I'm really impressed so far.
The left hand. Production is slow from Haney, but still as effective. There's a chopping right hand, pretty good shot. A wild right hand there, thrown from his hip. The same right from the opening bell, and that is a dominant performance by Devin Haney.
Yeah, no need to ask what our scorecards are.
No, this is one that I feel quite confident everybody's going to see the same way.
Now, you still see Haney doing a lot of lateral movement here, using a lot of lateral movement. Is it too much?
Well, that's something that we talked about it earlier. That's something that I think that he's going to learn. You're always going to learn from fights. I think if he sat down more, just a little bit, just not so much unnecessary movement, he would add more power to his shots and be more effective, put more hurt on his opponent.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because he's landed so many clean shots. Would he land even more? Would they have more of effect if he were a little more flat-footed?
And he's accurate with every shot he throws. He's accurate.
He is. Uppercut there.
It looks like he's sitting down a little bit more. See right there? He's not moving a lot.
He throws his shots from different angles, though. Like that uppercut came from the knees.
He's very elusive. That's what makes him so hard to hit. Mason can't find him. He thinks he's got him, but then he's not there anymore. It's frustrating to fight a guy with that kind of style. For anybody.
That jab is just there all day.
Speed can mesmerize you, can hypnotize you. That's what's happened to Mason Menard in this fight. You see that there are long stretches where he just stands in front of Haney, doesn't do anything. Because he knows if he tries to do anything, he's going to be out-quick and he's going to get hit.
He's hesitant.
Straight right hand behind the jab. And a good jab, strong jab.
70 jabs to 8. Wow.
That tells the story.
Yeah. And 30% doesn't sound that high, but when you've thrown 230, landing 30% is good enough.
Yeah.
Well, this is our first look at Devin Haney, and he's doing what he needs to do for sure. He's shining, brilliant boxing. It just makes you want to see the future happen a little faster.
Absolutely.
Who's he going to fight next? When is he going to have that breakthrough fight? When is he going to fight for a title?
Well, I got to think he's not far away from a breakthrough fight.
Look at that. This round, I think he's really sitting down more in his shots.
Yeah, I think he's
standing more
trying
in front of him, and he's looking for the knockout.
For the bell. For the bell. 5 seconds.
Can't hit him.
Did he get hit with that right hand? No, he slipped it. Huh?
I think he slipped it.
No, we're done. We're done. Listen, we're stopping. We're good.
They're going to stop the fight.
Listen, we just couldn't catch him. You did it. Listen, we had one camp. We're only going to get better from here. I am super proud of you. You did a great job.
And that's going to do it, and that'll be a 9th round.
No sense in you taking
stoppage.
abuse. We got too many off.
And really, there's no reason to go on with this.
I don't know. I think I would have let Menard fight another round. I didn't see him rocked.
No.
He gave him the KO. He gave him the stoppage.
I mean, was he going to win the fight? No, I get it. I understand that, but he was game. He kept trying as ineffectively as he did, but.
I don't back down from that.
Can't hear that conversation, but then, of course, Devin Haney's father, John. Bill, I beg your pardon. And hugs all around. And for this guy, all I can say is I want to see him again.
Yeah, and against who? And against what quality of opposition? You can't baby this kid much longer.
He doesn't want to be babied, right?
I wouldn't be too much in a hurry with him, but more opponents like this type of guy would be good.
Or maybe even a little quicker guy.
A little quicker, yeah. That's a sharper guy.
Isn't it true? I mean, you don't want him to win fights so easily that he can develop bad habits.
Right. But we often talk about prospects, and one of the signs that a prospect is special is when he moves up in quality of opposition and wins more easily than you would expect. And that's been the case with a lot of the prospects we've shown, the better ones. This kid's a teenager. Off the top of my head, I thought of 3 teenagers we've had on Showbox. 2 excelled and won world titles. Juan Diaz a long time ago, and David Benavidez recently.
Yes.
Panchito Bojado was a teenager who didn't make it from years ago. Haney looks a lot more like the Benavidez-Diaz category than the Bojado category.
No question. Let's go out to the center of the ring once more, Mark Frada, to make it all official. Mark?
Ladies and gentlemen, based on information from the blue corner, the referee in charge, Gary Rosado, calls for a halt to the contest. Your official time comes at the end of round number 9. Your winner by TKO, still undefeated, and the new USBA lightweight champion from Las Vegas, Devin the Dream Haney.
There is your winner, Devin Haney, and he wins it by TKO as the corner of Mason Menard stops the fight before the start of the 10th round. And we've been talking about him. I always ask you, Steve, at this point, to give me a report card, and I think there's only one grade that you could give him as we look at the numbers here.
Yeah, absolute domination. The power punches do not tell the story of how much he dominated. The jab numbers certainly do. And this was a brilliant boxing performance. Now, this is round 5. We see how fast Haney's hands are, but more importantly, how accurate and how judicious he is in picking his punches. He can give you these angles, throw lead right hands. Really nothing he tried didn't work in this fight. Not too many body shots. He was headhunting most of the fight. But really, just as impressive as the offense you see is the fact that Menard was never able to get any rhythm going, never able to get any pressure going, and landed very, very few punches. Late in the round, we were wondering if Haney would go for the stoppage. He was a little more flat-footed. But there you see Pepitone, the trainer, calling a halt after 9 rounds. I didn't love that move by him. I think Menard deserved the chance to finish the fight, but that doesn't take away from what Haney did tonight in a pretty impressive performance for a 19-year-old.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. I'll turn to Raul Marquez here, and Raul, I'm sure you had to